It's McCabe and Jenny. We are backstage at Lollapalooza 2024. Now joined by Raye. How are you?
Hey.
Hello, I'm really good. How are you guys?
Good, but I mean, I feel like you look like you're about to go to the Grammys, to the Oscars.
Oh, I do love a fabulous dress. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's never... I mean, whenever I'm on stage, I love like a fabulous dress.
It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It does.
Yeah.
And you just got off the stage. How was your set?
Oh, I was so blown away. You know, I couldn't believe there was so many people there. I was so shocked. Like, for me, do you know what I mean? I'm a British girl. Do you know what I mean? So playing in America, I think you're just like, you know, like, oh, I just hope people come in that. But there was like, I was like, wow, it was insane.
Is there like a big difference, like from the UK to performing in the States?
I think it's a lot hotter here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's a big difference.
Good thing you were not here yesterday. Yesterday was even hotter.
Really?
And like, even
Hotter
more
than
humid.
this.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah.
Swampy mess.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts. No, because the thing is, usually in the UK, I wear a dress and I'm like cold and I'm like, I'll warm up. And then here it's like,
Totally opposite.
yeah, I'm just getting hotter and hotter.
When you had this dress idea and then you went out there in the heat, were you like, huh, maybe I should have done something else?
No, do you know what? You those kind of things you have to put to the back of your mind. I was only just, you know, it's a quite tight fitted and I was digging in the sand. I was like, I've got to ignore it. I've got to push through the pain of my... Do you know what I mean? I'm very dramatic though. But
no, look, I'm with you. I'm wearing a sweatsuit in this weather, so I really can't...
Do you know what I mean? But you can relate on that.
Exactly,
vibe,
exactly.
Like, where you're like, okay,
Well,
I've got to overcome this.
Right.
I mean, you're no stranger to Chicago. You most recently performed at the Aragon Ballroom. Before that, I saw you perform at an intimate venue, Lincoln Hall.
Yeah.
And I mean, life has changed so much. You were an Album of the Year winner at the Brit Awards. Like, what was going through your mind when you found out you were the most nominated and winning artist of the year at the Brit Awards?
No, I just find that so hard to wrap my head around. I still think I haven't. Do you know what I mean? Because we've really been like going and going since then. So I think, you know, I'll come up for air a little bit in maybe October, and then I'll have a chance to be like, wow. But yeah, I think even like today, you know, like I just think it's so hard, not hard to see, but sometimes you're like, you know, because you're working hard and like bit by bit, but then when you get out and see a stage like that, like in Chicago, I'm like, oh sugar, like we're really going there. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And this is your first time at Lollapalooza performing.
Yes, it is, yeah.
I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, I've actually only we got here at about 2:45 and I was on at 3:45. So obviously all I've really seen is the stage and my dressing room. But we had a nice drive over. The vibe looks amazing. I heard there's 12 stages here.
Yeah, it's a lot. Over 170
Mate, to get
acts,
to the radio
4
tent,
days.
it was like a 10-minute buggy.
Well, I was going to say, because what stage were you on? Was it like
Tito stage?
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
a
kind of
good
far.
one.
That's all the way down there. And
It
then
was-
coming this way, it's a trek.
Yeah, it was, but you know, a beautiful journey in the buggy. Yeah.
Wow, I have to ask, you put out a 3-part piece, Genesis.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. It's like one song. What was the thinking behind making it 3 different parts? Is it because you wanted to explore different sounds with like one message?
Do you know what? That's a good question. I think I can't say more than other than it felt right. I think it's a beautiful thing though to be an artist and be able to follow those kind of weird and wacky intuitions that you have. You know, I think in my old, you know, I was in a major label-y vibe and it was things was very by the book and like it needs to be like this. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's such a beautiful thing as well when you could be an artist and be like, no, I do want to make it 7 minutes and I'll split it into 3 and I'll have jazz and aggressive and then... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just felt right.
I love that. You explore it all. You do all genres. You're not stuck to one box.
And being independent,
I try.
you know, I think that's great. Is there more new music that you're working on or projects that you are passionate about and you get to actually do?
Oh yeah, I mean the beautiful thing is getting to be in control of what I can create or whatever. You know, I'm working on some nice, exciting kind of collaboration-y things, you know, which I'm excited to share across the rest of the year. And then I'm excited to write again. You know, we've been doing a lot of shows, which has been so amazing because I feel like the more you do shows, the more comfortable you are up there, the more you feel like you can push it. Now I'm like lying on the floor, rolling around, having a great time, feeling confident, you know, and I'm excited to get back in the studio and find my writing voice again because it's been a while. I'm a bit nervous, maybe.
So I mean, going back, and it has been a while. Like, how do you get back into that writing process? And is it happy songs, sad songs? I mean, are you going from like personal relationship stuff?
Yeah, well, this is the thing, you know. I think with when you get in the studio, I think the most important thing to me is to create an environment that you can just be as honest as possible and really just get off your chest how you're feeling. Do you know what I mean? And I think I've got on my notes page, I've been collecting a lot of stories. I've also, do you know what, my favourite kind of stories I've been collecting at the moment is just talking to strangers. That sounds quite weird, doesn't it?
Well, look, we're kind of strangers. This is a good conversation. I like this.
Yeah, but you know when you accidentally bump into someone and then end up having a conversation and exchanging life stories and, you know, a park bench walking your dog or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But been on the road and had some moments where I've been able to collect some beautiful stories. I'm kind of really moved by people's lives. I don't know if that sounds so cheesy, but I think I'm really excited to explore maybe writing stories that aren't necessarily always my own.
Look, I have some stories.
You don't want to write about that. Well, speaking of writing, you helped work on Beyonce's album Cowboy Carter with Riverdance. So how did that come to be?
I can't even.
I think that's the answer you're
Right.
looking for. It is like.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you that?
Oh well, it means like, come on, man. She's literally the artist of our generation. You know, I have such fond memories. Me and one of my best mates, Ben, we used to get home from school at 11, 12 or whatever, and I used to go over to his and we'll watch YouTube and just literally, she did a performance where she sang Crazy in Love and mixed it with Niles Barkley's Crazy.
Oh yeah.
And she had like red kind of hair and like, oh my God, I would play that performance over and over again because it had the perfect combination of musicality, vocals, choreography, musicianship. Every piece of the band had a moment, you know, the brass, the singers, it was amazing. So yeah, like, and I'm now, you blink now and I'm like, wow, like I'm actually able to contribute my tiny little piece to like the artist of our generation. It's no higher honor, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest on this, could you text her? Like, do you have her number? Is Beyonce's number in your phone right now?
I ain't saying nothing. Listen, my lips are huge.
All right, okay.
Well, we love your energy. It's so contagious. We would love for you to draw a question from our box of possibly unfortunate questions, if you would.
Yeah.
You just take
Shall I
this
pick
little
this up?
hand.
Yeah, pick the little hand.
Very
and then,
cleverly designed.
thank you.
Okay.
I have a lot of extra time on my hands.
So
All
any
right.
question?
Any question? All right, let's
What's
see what
that
we got.
one?
What's the funniest thing that happened to you recently? Oh gosh.
Hopefully it wasn't today.
Goodness me. The funniest thing that's happened to me recently. I mean, this is not funny.
All right, maybe it's something bad. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
No. It was so boring. No, I'm not telling that story. The story was literally my luggage was overweight, and then I had to open it on the floor. But I was on my own in the airport, and then I had to unpack all my. But that's not funny, and that's.
I mean, that's
unfortunate.
That works. That's
I was so
point.
embarrassed. You know them ones, right? The legal weight for a luggage is 32 kilograms. Right? I don't know.
Is that like 50 pounds?
32 bags of sugar, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always am somewhere around 31, 32. Do you know what I mean? They'll allow it if it's 31.4. Do you know what I mean? No, 34 kilograms. I get to the airport, I'm like, please, no. And she's like, can you just move to the side? And it's like a busy day. There's like hundreds of people.
Okay, it wasn't funny at the time, but
That
it is
wasn't
funny to
funny
look
now.
back
Nothing
and laugh
funny about
on.
that, but yeah.
And now lesson learned for your next travel.
What a terrible answer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was
lesson
great.
learned. No, I'm going to try and measure it in the future.
Well, Raye, thank you so much for joining us. We will be watching your journey. Keep killing it. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you stopping
Thanks
by
for having me.
101.9
Thanks so
The
much, Raye.
Mix.
Thanks, guys.